It's a true story. I went to the grocery store and I used the self-checkout. It was one of those days where nothing was working. The self-checkout machine was giving me a hard time. So I decided to film it so that I could expose the machine for the evil villain that it is. I sighed very loudly and took the apple out of the bag and put it back into the scale. Then the most ridiculous thing happened. The scale itself, the entire bagging scale lifted up off of the counter and the machine said, "Please wait for assistance." The lady who had been staring at me awkwardly before came back over and she said, "Can I help you?" And I was like, "Yes, please fix the machine." But instead of fixing the machine, she just stared at me awkwardly and then walked away. First of all, it wouldn't let me scan my first item. I had to manually enter the code. Then it told me that there was an item in the bagging area that hadn't been scanned. I looked in the bagging area and there was nothing there. So I pressed the help button and the nice lady who worked there just stared at me awkwardly and then walked away. So I decided to just take the apple out of the bag and put it on the scale. That seemed to work for a while until all of a sudden the machine started beeping again. This time it told me that I had an item in the bagging area that needed to be removed. At this point, I had two choices. Either I could press the big red stop button and wait for someone to come over and fix the machine, or I could just lay my head down on the counter and fall asleep. So I did what any reasonable person would do. I put my head down on the counter and waited for someone to come and save me. And that's when the creepiest thing happened. So I'm still waiting. If anyone from the IT department is watching this, please send help. Thank you. That is all.